Any bandit or soldier can pick up a sword, but if you hope to survive the horrors of a dark fantasy D&D adventure, you must employ more advanced weapons. So load your repeater crossbow and gather your blessed stakes to prepare for... Wait a minute. How does giving players more powerful gear actually lead to a more gritty feeling 5e campaign world? My name's Ben Byrne, and this video is going to show you why you should never leave the tavern without D&D 5e's new advanced weapons and equipment. Advanced weapons are more specialized than most D&D characters are able to wield. Only with specific training or knowledge is your character able to use them. To unlock advanced weapons, you'll need to take the Advanced Weapon Proficiency feat, which is a fighting style feat available to fighters, rangers, paladins, and of course, the Monster Hunter. This might seem limiting at first, but this is one hell of a fighting style. Most advanced weapons are intended to give you a handful of new tricks to use, instead of a single static bonus that most fighting styles give, like a +2 on all ranged weapon attacks. Each advanced weapon has a collection of new weapon properties innate to the weapon itself and new 5e 2024 weapon masteries. For example, a fighting chain has the double property, allowing you to make a bonus action attack as if you're wielding two light weapons, or you can use its reach property instead if you want to keep your distance from your foe. The fighting chain also has the new disarming weapon mastery. So if you choose it as one of your masteries, you can pull your foe's weapons from their grasp. But you might also choose to wield a hooked fighting chain, which has the entangling weapon mastery instead, allowing you to grapple your enemies and keep them pinned down. Advanced weapons evoke specialized Monster Hunter weaponry like the Morning Star from Castlevania or the trick weapons from Bloodborne. Of course, your character doesn't have to fit a Monster Slayer archetype to use advanced weapons. You might play a fighter trained in gladiatorial pits, learning exotic techniques with a gladiator net which grapples foes whilst dealing damage. Or you might play a paladin who prefers the armor-piercing punch of a cavalry pick over a longsword, or the brutal damage that a claymore offers over a greatsword. The Advanced Weapon Proficiency feat also becomes available to any character as a general feat if they reach level 8. So your monk or barbarian can take advantage of these beautiful and brutal armaments as well. Or maybe you can take the feat as a rogue, arming yourself with advanced ranged weapons and alchemical ammunition. Advanced weapons also offer an armory of ranged weaponry, which is giving you every advantage in your fight against the monsters and cultists of your D&D world. A black powder pistol is similar to a pistol from the 2024 Player's Handbook, though its range is admittedly a little shorter and its damage is a little lower, but more reliable. But importantly, what the black powder pistol does have is the light property, allowing you to dual wield it. Blast monsters and heretics to pieces with a pistol in each hand and take full advantage of the Vex mastery, giving you advantage on your second attack each turn. Or perhaps your character wields a repeater crossbow, which has a magazine that allows you to make 6 attacks before you need to reload it with a bonus action. The repeater crossbow doesn't have the loading property, meaning that you can make extra attacks with it. Plus, the repeater weapon property also allows you to make a bonus action attack each turn, sort of like a ranged 2-weapon fighting attack. While you do need to reload the crossbow's magazine, the repeater crossbow still outpaces the number of shots and the amount of damage of a standard crossbow, even if you have the crossbow expert feat. Maybe you want to get more traditional with a standard bow and arrow. Maybe the elves or the artificers of your campaign world have invented the composite bow. Composite bows have the strong draw weapon mastery, requiring a strength score of at least 13 to be able to pull back the bowstring. But you can add your dexterity and your strength modifier to the damage of any attack that hits with a composite bow, giving each arrow a little extra punch. You'll still use dexterity to aim, however, just like you might aim for the like button beneath this video. But more than just the weapons themselves, advanced ammunition can also enhance your ability to slay preternatural threats at range. Perhaps your character is a demon hunter who inscribes your bullets with blessings, which then deal radiant damage and slow the movement of fiendish fiendish and undead foes. Or maybe you're a ranger protecting the wilds, employing broadhead arrows and armor-piercing arrows to fend off knights in shining armor. The great thing about advanced ammunition as opposed to advanced weapons is that advanced ammunition doesn't require a feat or special proficiency to use, making it more widely available to different character concepts. If your ranger doesn't use a composite bow, you can still use broadhead arrows. That said, if your ideal character is a gunslinging rogue, the highway rider subclass does get proficiency with black powder weapons without needing the advanced weapon proficiency feat as part of its level 3 subclass feature. The highway rider rogue and the advanced weapons and equipment are all inside the Grim Hollow Player's Guide, which has just launched on D&D Beyond. This book includes 40 dark fantasy subclasses that draw their skills and strength from forbidden places, like the Parasite Warlock, who is infested with an otherworldly aberration that gives them their power. And it brings an entirely new class to D&D Beyond. The Monster Hunter uses deep knowledge of monsters, alongside martial prowess and advanced weapons if you so choose, to hunt the deadliest of horrors. A lot of this book we designed right here with you on this YouTube channel, and I'm beyond thrilled that it's here for everyone to play the new species, the new subclasses, the sangromancy spells. So hit the link right up there if you want to check it out on D&D Beyond, and let me know in the comments if you've already been enjoying the horrors of Grim Hollow for yourself. Of course, fighting the occult requires more than brute force or a sharp blade. Advanced equipment includes the sorts of tools that the Winchesters might keep in the trunk of the Impala, or that Van Helsing might employ when hunting for vampires. For example, a blessed stake can instantly put an end to even a vampire umbral lord. If you can stun or incapacitate any vampire and strike it with a weapon attack using a blessed stake, the undead creature is immediately killed. There's no need for them to be in their resting place, which a typical stake to the heart requires, and there's no opportunity for a misty escape or other vampiric trickery. And honestly, if you're a GM who's running an adventure like Curse of Strahd, drop a few blessed stakes into your campaign instead of the Sun Sword. Rather than giving your players a Deus Ex lightsaber to rend Strahd apart, a blessed stake might have the same effect, but it encourages your players to strategize. They need to decide whether they're going to attempt to cast Hold Person or Stunning Strike. A lot of the advanced equipment in the Grim Hollow Player's Guide has come directly from my table to your D&D campaign. The smoke bomb, the grappling hook, the retractable shield, which we actually first designed in this video, have all been life-saving for adventurers in my campaigns, and I hope they are in yours as well. You also don't need a special feat to use the advanced equipment, only what you'd normally expect, like a shield proficiency to use the retractable shield or the buckler. So advanced equipment is widely accessible to all sorts of character builds. Maybe you're an elven duelist using a short sword with a buckler for a little extra protection, or you're a cunning assassin who keeps a smoke bomb handy for a quick escape. There's also a secret extension of the advanced equipment list in the book, which are the gadgets crafted by the Trapper subclass of the Monster Hunter class. This includes Dread Venom, which is a poison that stops monsters from healing, or the Runic Bomb that can help overcome monsters' resistances to mundane damage. These gadgets aren't on the advanced equipment list, and I wouldn't make them widely available in your campaign, but as a GM, if you don't already have a Trapper in your party who can craft these items could still appear in your game to give your players more advanced equipment to discover. Perhaps a grizzled and retired Monster Hunter NPC sells Trapper gadgets to adventurers from their small shop. It's their way of making coin now that they're too old and injured for battle. Advanced weapons and equipment don't take the place of magic items in your D&D campaign, even if they are a little bit similar. The intention is for advanced equipment to feel more grounded than magic items. Advanced weapons are esoteric, yes, but they're not arcane or occult. Magic items should remain very rare in dark fantasy adventures, the stuff of legends, but advanced equipment might be sold in a city's marketplace. A common blacksmith in a village isn't likely to be able to forge advanced weapons, but a dwarven forge master in a major settlement probably can. This broader availability of advanced equipment in your campaign world will give your players more to spend their gold on, and more things to find hidden in dungeons. But it doesn't make your campaign feel less grounded, because dungeons aren't filled with endless +1 swords and other magic items. And not every settlement needs a magic emporium for players to go spend their gold on. The advanced weapon proficiency feat required to use advanced weapons also adds to this grittier tone of your campaign, because advanced weapons take dedicated practice and study to wield, separating the skilled warriors of your campaign world from the common soldiers. And this can be true for the characters in your party, or maybe you equip some stat blocks with advanced weapons to show that these are the elites in your guard force or your bandits. Magic items, on the other hand, automatically attune to virtually anyone. So if magic items are common in your campaign world, nobody is special for being able to wield them. But you could turn an advanced weapon into a magic item, like a legendary Flame Tongue Claymore, a particularly deadly weapon that deals fire damage and has the brutal weapon mastery instead of the graze of a greatsword. If a character in your party has the advanced weapons training, finding this ancient artifact will feel like this weapon is meant for them because nobody else can use it, just like Excalibur is intended for King Arthur. There are also a few new gadgets among the Grimhollow campaign guide's 100+ magic items that sort of blur the line a little between advanced weapon and magic item. For example, the arc rifle. This weapon fuses magic and science together to create a weapon that shoots arcs of lightning. Highly powerful, but has a more grounded feel to it than a magic wand of lightning bolts that shoots lightning just because. Such an item might be found in the collection of a famed gnomish artificer who mostly sells advanced equipment like smoke bombs and grappling hooks, but perhaps they'd consider selling this rare artifact from their shop in exchange for completing a quest. Other magic items in the Grimhollow campaign guide are made from crafting monster remains into even deadlier weapons and equipment. And you should watch this video if you want to learn how to make monster salvage a core part of your D&D adventure. Or if you want a closer look at the Grimhollow subclasses before checking them out on D&D Beyond, this video showcases the horrors you could unleash as an Oath of Slaughter paladin or a Sanguine Thief rogue.